BTC neutrinos do not refract in the atmosphere. I don't know where you got that info, but they don't refract.
BTC,
They don't interact in electromagnetically.
Can I explain what just happened? BTC just
Please.
did an hour-long Google search trying to tell the man whose job it is. Well, you technically don't work with neutrinos yet, but you will.
Well, we do work with neutrinos, but not on those experiments specifically.
But to paraphrase the situation here, BTC just tried to do an hour-long Google search to try to prove the particle physicist who works with neutrinos wrong about neutrinos. That's what just happened here.
And you know what the even more fun part? For the neutrino experiment I was mentioning, they aren't even traveling through the atmosphere.
Yeah, they're traveling
through the ground, the Earth. So that's kind of even a moot point.
Oh, now he's going to argue that the crust is less dense than the core. That's going to be his next argument.
And again, like,
the crust is
if
more
we're going to be
dense than the
talking
core.
about refraction and everything, the last time I checked, the refractive index of a rock is 0. Because light doesn't travel through rocks.
It's true.
So
that is very true.
Stack exchange. You know, anybody can say anything on Stack Exchange, right?
Stack Exchange. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's remove everyone from this situation real quick. Anyone in chat who is not BTC or Quanta, who are you going to believe about the property of a neutrino? Stack Exchange, or someone whose job it is to understand the subatomic particles of the universe? Just anyone in chat, feel free to chime in on what you think.
If you could find one published article in like a peer-reviewed journal that says neutrinos will refract through the air,
thank you, Vlad.
Then I would eat my shorts.
Thank you, Vlad. Yeah, they're gonna go with the particle physicist. That's what they're gonna go with. That is hilarious. I love it.
Boy.
I love it. And just BTC, all you're doing is showing how disingenuous you are. Like, you're just proving my point more and more. You literally thought you could out Google search a particle physicist on how particles work.
I'm now curious what Stack Exchange. Could you try searching for that Stack Exchange? I'm really curious to see if you could find something even remotely.
Refraction Stack Exchange.
If that's even what they were really referring to.
Oh. Okay. It is pointed...
So they have a small probability of interacting with matter. Yeah, that's true.
It is pointed out that if neutrinos are to maintain coherence over the acquired distance of the Mikheyev-Smirnov-Wolfenstein solutions to the solar neutrino problem, effects arising from neutrino multiple scattering must be considered. Scattering. Is scattering refraction?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not refraction.
Okay, well, there we go. We give a simple derivation for the neutrino index of refraction that takes into account this effect.
And it's not from the magnetic field.
Yeah.
Neutrinos don't interact with magnetic fields, famously.
The same method is also shown to be useful for situations with varying matter densities and neutrino mixing. We also examine the question whether the coherence of propagating neutrinos in matter will be affected by switching on an external magnetic field, assuming neutrinos have a large magnetic moment. Do neutrinos have a large magnetic moment?
I don't know. They might. It depends. I don't think they're predicted to have a large magnetic moment.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, they have a spin of 1/2, just like any other particle, so that does imply a magnetic...
And who is Anna V?
So, do they have a magnetic moment?
Retired experimental particle physicist. So this is Anna V, retired experimental particle physicist.
I don't think they would have a magnetic moment. I mean, only if they have a substructure, which they very likely don't. And even then, that wouldn't change their trajectory. That would change how they orient themselves in a magnetic field. So, like, what way their spin would be directed to. Mm-hmm. That would not change their, like, trajectory.
They're also
Or in other
mentioning
words,
they're
the
also
Lorentz
mentioning
force
that
is
it's
zero.
the neutrino flux. They're calculating the index of the neutrino flux.
Yeah, that's just the total number of neutrinos that
Yeah.
fall into a certain
Yeah,
region.
not a single neutrino.
And that's not the path of the neutrinos as well. Like if they scatter, then yeah, that will change the direction pretty substantially, but that's not
So
refraction.
here's the problem, BTC, is that they are assuming a large magnetic moment in the neutrino.
I don't even think that's the issue. They are trying to talk about different multiple scattering. For one, I don't think that's happening in the atmosphere because you're not going to get multiple scattering through an atmosphere. It is just no way dense enough. Let's see here. The magnetic moment of a neutrino has never been measured, only upper bounds. So probably not, or not a big one.
So you got a problem right there, BTC. It literally says, assuming neutrinos have a large magnetic moment, and as it has currently been tested, they either have no magnetic moment or there's an upper bound to their magnetic moment, which would likely be not large enough to produce this effect.
It's estimated that if they do have
oh my god, AI, go fuck yourself, BTC. Go
oh my god,
fuck yourself.
AI?
Go fuck yourself. I've already called you out for using AI 30 times on TikTok.
Oh my god.
Go fuck yourself. AI doesn't know shit.
Ask AI what shape the Earth is.
Let me go Chat GPT. Is this what you were using, Chat GPT? Is this what you were using? Is the Earth concave? Is this how this works? I don't know how this works. I don't use this shit. How do you use ChatGPT? ChatGPT. How do I use ChatGPT?
And again,
do I have to download it? There's no way I'm downloading this shit.
So, in the phrase that you copied, you said that yes, it technically refracts. I guarantee you that if it says that, but it would say in the next thing, but it would be so negligible that it would be impossible to measure.
That's true.
Like, it would not significantly change the trajectory of neutrinos at all. And it wouldn't be the same process as refraction, because that's an electromagnetic process. It would have to be a hard scattering process using the weak nuclear force, specifically a Z boson exchange. And that follows completely different rules than normal refraction.
Okay, here you go. Here's your AI, BTC. No, the Earth is not concave. The Earth is roughly spherical, more precisely an oblate spheroid. So, until you're ready to accept this, I don't want to hear AI ever out of your fucking mouth. Ever. Alright? Until you accept this from AI, nothing you get from AI can be used in your argument. It specifically says, no, the Earth is not concave. It is roughly spherical.
You know what? I just asked it myself. If neutrinos
it even specifies further, BTC. The concept of a concave Earth is considered a pseudoscientific notion that doesn't align with our understanding of physics, astronomy,
can you put me on the big screen?
Or geology. It literally calls it out specifically. The concept of a concave Earth is pseudoscientific notion. So again, until you are willing to accept this, you should never use AI ever again. Go fuck yourself.
But also, that entire point is moot because look at the result I just got. Do neutrinos refract in the atmosphere? When neutrinos travel through the atmosphere or any other media, their path is largely unaffected by the medium because their interaction with matter is so minimal. Instead of refraction, the primary effects we observe with neutrinos are related to their interactions with particles in the atmosphere, which are generally rare. I would say that it's overestimating it. It's extremely rare.
So again, your cherry picking is absolutely disgusting. BTC, I'm gonna say this one last time. All you do is you take things out of context, misquote things, and lie. That is all you do. We just proved it. You are willing to accept AI saying that neutrinos refract in the atmosphere, but then simultaneously don't accept AI saying that concave Earth is a pseudoscientific theory that does not align with our observation of physics and geology. Okay? You're an idiot. Get over it. You have no evidence to support your stupid model. You don't have an index of refraction that makes the translation from one sphere to the other work, and you don't have an explanation how constantly suspended higher density air is staying above lower density hot air. You have nothing. Stop using AI. Stop lying about what people say. Stop misquoting things out of context from credible scientific journals and other sources. Stop. You are a detriment to human society. You are setting people back. You are the problem. Stop.